Alright, so here I am in Microsoft Word, and as you can see, I have the document. Now, this is basically the one wherein I'm going to be including an index. So for this, I'm going to go into my reference tab, and I can see here just next to the caption section, I have this index. So inside the index section, my first thing that I need to do is to add the I need to mark entries of the words that I need to include within my index. Again, the shortcut is Alt Shift and X. So say for example, I want to include this abstract. So my first step is to select the text, click on mark entry. It basically brings up my mark index entry dialog box. And you can see the text that I selected is already marked as a main entry. I can technically keep it as the current page, so it doesn't matter. Even if I add it as a cross reference, I'll select it as a current page. Page number, I'll just click bold, and I'll just click on mark. Now the moment I click on mark and I just close this, you can see that it includes it as an XE. This is basically how we call it as the field code. Now in case I do not want to see the field code again, I can just turn off my paragraph markers. So this is basically on how my index entry will not exactly be visible. Let me go and add some more things. So say for example, introduction, again references, mark entry is the main entry over here, so it's perfectly fine. Current page, again I do not want to bold it this time, but I'll just click on mark and close. Similarly, if I just scroll down, again there are certain things within this. So say for example, I want to just add something called as arc seconds. So I'm just selecting the text. Again, I'm going to go to mark entry. This time I want to keep it as a sub entry. Now, the moment I want to select it, I push it into sub entry. I need to also specify as to what is my main entry. So my main entry was introduction. And here I'm going to italicize it this time. So I'll just click on mark and I click on close. Now the moment, if you can see that this particular section here, it's marked as XE introduction arc second. So it's basically taking it as an sub entry of the main entry. So this is basically how I have added my particular entries into my index. Similarly, you can go ahead and mark different other words. So say for example, I'll do one more. So wavelengths, mark entry. Again, this time I'm just going to keep it as introduction. And within the sub entry, I'm going to basically add the wavelengths. Again, italicize it, mark. So just close this. Now here, basically, I have finished with this part. Now I'll just move down. I have even references and table of figures, which I will be adding next. Now I come to a new page where I'm going to be adding my index. So this time I'm just going to place my cursor there. For a change, I'm just going to turn off my paragraph markers. Go to my references. Now I'll just leave a few spaces. So I'll just mark enter twice. Click on insert index. Now I have this insert index dialog box or the index dialog box. So it is giving me a print preview of how the text appears. So say for example, right now the page numbers are not right aligned. It is attached along with the text. So I'll just tap on this. So the moment I can see that it is providing me with the tab leaders. Now the tab leaders are the same as how we appeared when we are actually having tabs. I'm just having these templates. So this time I'll just select it as modern. So you can see how the text appears. Modern does not have tab leaders, so maybe I'll just keep it as fancy. Okay, maybe bulleted. So you can see how these things are actually not allowing me to add a tab leader. So I'll just tap here and I'm just going to select the tab leader. Okay, so this is perfectly fine and you can see that it starts with A. So the moment if I scroll down, you can see that it is alphabetically, it is going to be sorting all of those contents for me. Indented, I want to set it only as one column. So I'm just going to tap here and select it as one column. Classic. If I still want to mark some more entries, I can just click on mark entries and click on OK. Here we have it. So you can see that how this appears. Now within introduction itself, you remember that I added two sub entries under it. Now the sub entries will not be according it is not going to go in A. Say for example, arcseconds is not going to go in A because it has A in front of it, but because it is still as a sub entry, that is why it is going to come within the main entry itself, and within the main entry itself it is going to again get sorted alphabetically. Let me try to add one more entry. So this time, say for example, table of figures. I'm just going to click on mark entry, table of figures, bold it up, mark. Okay, just close this. So once I have added this, now I just going to uncheck my paragraph markers. Here we go. So I'm just selecting the entire table of index. I'm going to my references. Here I have the update index. Here we have. So table of figures is now added as a main content. Now the moment I just pressed over here, I'm just going to add it as table of index. Again select it, home, again heading 1. So this is basically how my index is now created, and I have the referenced page numbers along with it.